There you go. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. This is the Fat Boy Marquez Speaks. I am the real voice, the voice of the streets. I am CEO of me, Big Boss Entertainment. And I'm here to give you the news, the politics, and a little bit of football. Football is rigged. If you saw anything that Chargers Patriots game, was rigged. NFL's making money. Nobody's covering the spreads. I'm talking the big spreads, not the little spreads, the big spreads. So bettors are making no money, and the house is making all the money. Very interesting. I said NFL was rigged before, but now it's more than ever. And tonight we have that Houston-Pittsburgh game. It's going to be rigged too, but I will watch it. That's the sporting news. It's rigged. Save your money. Gambling is a multi-billion-dollar industry. We got some stuff going on in politics, and we got to talk about this. We got to talk about politics going on. Number one, Minnesota, Robin Good, the gay female, she was gay. She had a girlfriend who was killed by the ICE worker. 1.6 million on GoFundMe. They're doing protests in Minnesota. They're doing protests in Minnesota about what happened to ICE. Now, would these be happening if she was not white? I don't know. But Minnesota is very white. So a lot of protests are going on in Minnesota. We're watching that. A lot of people getting tired of ICE. A lot of people getting mad at ICE. I don't know how much longer ICE can survive. Okay? They may thrive because they're sending like a couple thousand more ICE agents up there in Minnesota, but I don't know how much longer ICE can thrive. I don't know. But the protests are getting louder. The media's listening. The media's listening to those protests. Is it because a lot of white people are protesting? I don't know. But the media is listening to those protests. So that's very important in Minnesota. I don't know everything that's going to happen with those protests, but they're happening in Minnesota. Very important. This is going to affect you. Black people, white people, everything what I'm about to say. Donald Trump is suing the Fed chair. And he's been investigated for fraud charges. Powell. Most people don't know the Fed chair, Powell. He's the one that sets the interest rates. Trump said they're too high, they should be coming down, there should be fraud against it. Why is this important? It affects your life. Well, Speaks, I don't know what you're talking about. Let me simplistically break it down to you. The interest rate right now is too high, 7 to 8%. Trump wants it about 3 or 4%. Now, when the interest rate goes lower, billionaires make a whole lot more money on Wall Street, okay? But billionaires going to make money anyway. So don't think about that part. But when the interest rate is lower, 3%, more people can get houses. When the interest rate is 3 or 4%, more people can get cars. When the interest rate is 3 or 4%, price of rent comes down. When interest rates are 3 or 4%, the standard of living and cost of living comes down. Therefore, groceries go down. Therefore, utilities go down. When the interest rate is that low, people start hiring again. We're in a hiring freeze. Okay? So that's why it's important that the interest rate goes low. Now, the Fed just says it's not time. Donald Trump says it's time because he don't want to be blamed for everything. Now, he may be doing it for his own ego and selfish ambitions, Donald Trump. But there's a big difference when the standard interest rate is 7 to 8%, then it's 3 or 4% if you got good credit, especially on the house. Because then you save hundreds, maybe thousands each month on your mortgage. You save hundreds on your rent. You save hundreds on your insurance on everything. Standard of living comes down. That means that dollar, which is worth about 63% now, goes up to 85%. 85 cents on the dollar instead of 63 cents on the dollar. So it's very important that the interest rates come down. We make money when they're down. When they're up, we lose a lot more money. So Donald Trump is suing the Fed chair, and they got an investigation going on. Now, I don't agree with Donald Trump on a lot of things, but I like lower interest rates. If you remember during COVID, you could get a house at about 3.5%, 2.5% for veterans. We need to go back to those interest rates. That means more housing, more jobs will be created, more money. It's better when you can get a car loan, if you got decent credit, good credit, at 2 or 3%, than 8, 10, 12%. You're saving more money. So it's very important. Okay. All right. Rent has skyrocketed. Well, rent comes back down if the interest rate is low. You can actually afford a house, because when when interest rates are low, then the Republicans give you those first-time homeowner grants and grants to buy a home. Now, again, they're doing it for selfish reasons. They want billionaires to make money, but billionaires are going to make money anyway. We might as well get a little bit. When the interest rate is that low, groceries go down, and groceries been high. Groceries go down. Your utilities are maintained. They don't skyrocket. Okay? When the interest rate is low, you get that 3, 4, 5% extra raise at work every year. So a lot's going on with that interest rate being lower. And again, I don't agree with Donald Trump on a lot of things, but I'm always with a lower interest rate. Because when you borrow money, you save more and you get more back. Well, that don't help me. Yes, it does. Because it maintains food stamps and Medicaid and Social Security disability and housing funds. It becomes a maintainable weapon when the interest rates are low. Remember, after COVID, when people thought everything was going crazy, everything went back up. Now, it hurt because inflation went up too much, but everything went back up and people started enjoying themselves. A low interest rate make cruise lines keep fares low. So if you like to go on a cruise, it keeps them low. It make airlines keep the flights attainable as far as money-wise. A lot goes on with these interest rates. So I'm looking to see what's going to happen. Now, Fed Powell, who was hired by Donald Trump in 2017, that was Trump's man. In 2017, Trump hired the man, but again, if Donald Trump hires you, he wants something in return. So Trump come and get his return on his investment. Powell said no. But that's very important, interest rates. Okay? I like to upgrade my car every 3 or 4 years. I like the interest rate to be low. Right now, mine's like 6.8% on my vehicle. My next one, I would like for it to be 3.2%. I save a lot of money. You save a lot of money that way. So please understand that, let me say it again, the Republicans and Trump want to do it for selfish reasons. Okay? The stock market went down today because of what the Fed Chair Powell said. When interest rates go down that far, the stock market goes up. Billionaires make a whole lot of money, but we get to live in a better situation. That's the spinoff. That's the takeoff, okay? That's what we get. We get a little something, they get a lot. That's what it is. That's what happens. So I want y'all to understand that, okay? Still no moves besides that. Congress still at a standstill where they're not trying to help us. Still at a standstill, but they want their interest rate to go down, okay? Still at a standstill with the government shutdown coming. That's why you can file your taxes January 26th. If you even think you're getting a tax return, file it January 26th, 27th, 28th. Don't take any chances on your taxes. If you're getting any tax money back, I have to pay back. If you're getting any tax money back, 26, 27, 28 is when you want to file it. Okay? We want to file it as early as possible so it can get approved to have a chance in case we go on that government shutdown. Because that government shutdown is going to last at least 60 days. It's going to put IRS back 4 months. See? Still no movement on some things we need to know. Still, they're bickering between each other. Okay? What do you mean talk about the stocks? I don't know what you mean talk about the stocks. Let me know what you want me to say about the stocks. I'm not understanding you. Stocks are high, billionaires are making a lot of money. If you don't understand the stock market game, there's no need for me to talk to you about it unless you got stocks in it. Is it a great time to buy stocks? If you can afford it, absolutely. If not, that's a problem. And most people can't afford it. And the average American can't afford right now to buy stocks. And they don't know enough about penny stocks or how to get things done. But I mean, if you want me to Queen out there going to about stocks, you have to tell me exactly what you want to know about stocks. Right now, stocks are an advantage for the millionaires and the billionaires. They're making a lot of money. Okay? Your 401k is considered a stock. If it's low volume, you're making money like me. If it's a high volatile, high volume one, you're losing money in the stock market. Stock market is an investment. Know when to get out and when to get in. Most people can't buy food. Half people can't buy food right now, unfortunately. They have to discover between food and medications. That is why we're in a recession and why people are pulling out their 401ks, which is their stock options, and they're losing money because if you pull out your 401k early, it's normally 10% and then you get taxed at tax time. So you have to be careful with those stocks. That's why there's no movement. Remember, stocks went down today. So you lost a little money on your 401k. It'll go back up if that interest rate goes down. See, everything is about interest rate. It's about the index of what we can get, what we can't get. Standard of living. Standard of living. Standard of living is very high right now. When it comes down, we're better. Okay? But we're not in that situation right now because we have Republicans right here doing nothing. We have Democrats right here doing nothing. They're doing a lot of talking. You know, like some females, they ain't gonna fight. They're gonna talk. They're gonna yell at each other. And then they're gonna be throwing like this when somebody holding them back. That's what both of them doing. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. And you don't really want them to let you go. They holding you back. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. That's what the Democrats and Republicans are doing right now. Let me go. No, you're doing nothing. You're doing nothing. We are in this phase right here. When you're in the economic recession, both parties do nothing to help you. When you're in the economic recession, both parties do nothing to help you. And I surmise we've been in the economic recession at least to October, since October. Thank you, Queen Althea. Since October 2025. October, November, December, January. So easily, I think it's longer than that, but I can say at least we've been in an economic recession for at least 4 months. At least 4 months in an economic recession, that is a downturn, okay? How do I know? Because too many people are trying to sell you a book or tell you what to do in an economic recession. They're all lying to you. They're trying to get paid off of you. During an economic recession, they tell you save your money. Most people can't save money during an economic recession. No, middle class can't save money. They're pulling out their 401ks. They're pulling out their savings. They're pulling out their checkings. They're taking out loans. They're messing up their credit cards. That's what an economic recession is. Okay, that's why it's an economic recession, because you do not have the assets, resources, or you're not able to produce or make enough assets, resources, and money to maintain a certain type of lifestyle. That's what an economic recession is. Okay, it has some people go from middle class to poor, from poor to homeless, from homeless to destitute. That's an economic recession. Why some rich stay rich and they get middle class, or they go down to middle class, and some rich get wealthy. That's what an economic recession is. So people are not able to save money or do the things they need to do. And that's the problem we're having now. The resources are cut short. What do you mean? Food stamps, Medicaid, Social Security, high-paying white corporate jobs, high-paying blue-collar jobs. Okay? A lot of people are not hiring now. They're freezing. What I mean by freeze is this. If you have a department that has 10 people and somebody gets another job or leave, they have 9 people now. They're not going to hire anybody else. That's a freeze on jobs. They're not going to fire you, but if you leave, they're not going to replace you. And it's happening to supervisors, managers, doctors, lawyers, whatever. They're not replacing you right now. They're not going to do it for the next 2 or 3 years. So you will be doing somebody else's job, or it's called shared responsibility. The 10 people, there's 9, now they have a little more work to do at the same pay. And then they freeze your raises. So if you get a raise, it's 1 or 2%. That's an economic recession. Okay, it's not just you losing your job. Then you trying to find a job. You can find it, but you can't find the same amount that you were making. You can't find a better job or a job that pays you what you're supposed to. Okay? For example, if you was making $70,000, if you lose your job and get fired, you can get a job maybe $35,000, $40,000. It's hard to find that $70,000. So your income may be cut by 40% or 50%. Correct, Queen Althea. The poor can't say it again. I mean, they can't save. Say it again for the people in the back that didn't hear you. If you have, I know people got a 6-figure job, $100,000. $100,000, you're poor now. They get fired or they're laid off. They can't find that $100,000 a year job anymore with their skills, experience, and money. They're getting like $50,000 or $55,000. So your income has dropped from 50 your income has dropped by 50% or 40%. That is a big drop. Okay. But you still got bills. You still got kids. You got a house, light bill, phone bill, water bill, cell phone bill, sewer, food. You know, you still got all these expenses, but your income has dropped. Now, what some people are doing is they're going into their savings and they're taking out their 401k. But how long is that going to last? Because the economic recession is going to be for a while. The smart thing you have to do in that situation, a lot of people won't do it, is take that job, 45, 55,000, you don't, get you a part-time job. All right. And then you have to cut back some of the things you're doing, which people are doing. They're not going on vacations as much. They're not cooking as much. Walmart isn't filled. They're not going on these vacations. They're not spending extravagantly on Gucci and Prada and Louis Vuitton and all these clothes and everything. They're not doing it. They're not eating extravagant meals anymore. They're eating a lot of spaghetti. Nothing wrong with it. They're cooking at home. Well, they're cooking big meals, pasta meals, chicken meal, things that'll last you 3 or 4 days, a lot of beans. Nothing wrong with that. They're just doing it so they can save money because they have to condense their spending for a while. They have to do it. Your shoes last longer. Your clothes last longer. Your glasses last longer. You don't go get a haircut every week anymore, or every 2 weeks, or every month. Maybe every 3 months. You're getting your nails done maybe every month instead of every 2 weeks. It's called a condensing. That's what's happening to the American person now, and the American people. And even people who still have their jobs, they're feeling a loss. Then again, Republican Democrats, don't hold me back. Don't hold me back. But they want to be held back because they're not doing anything. Both sides, black, white, Republican, Democrat, male, female, they're not doing anything for us. They're gibbering and jabbering. But remember, they still have the best insurance. They still get paid. They still can make money on Wall Street and nothing happens to them. So this is why it is what I call a poor man's, poor woman's economic recession. What is that difference? What's the difference between a poor man and a poor woman's economic recession? That's when, number one, we didn't cause it. Big companies are going to cut back and make money. And it's not a catastrophe. Like it wasn't a housing bubble or a banking bubble or a refinancing bubble that caused this. Okay? That's not what it is. It was by a government shutting down the country. Interest rates going high. And Republicans and Democrats say, okay, we need to be at ease because we're going to a recession every 10 years. Got to have more spending control, even more so now. Correct, Queen Sharon. Doing nothing. Queen Michelle, that's correct. That's what it is. So this is what happened. Our great government said things are too good right now. Too many people making money. Like on so many social media, TikTok and all. People are making too much money. They're living too good. We're not making enough in taxes. Government sees how good the economy is by how many people pay their taxes. Things are not going right. A lot of markets are not being called in. So we need to reel America back in. And it happens about every 10 years. So they're reeling us back in. The only problem is when we let them reel us back in, we lose. Because it costs us a whole lot of money. Does that make sense to everybody? And these are some of the reasons why I'm an independent, not a Republican or a Democrat. I don't trust either party. I will vote Democrat because they're better than Republicans right now, but I don't trust either party because we're hurting right now. Give me one congressional leader, one leader in Congress, one congressional person, male or female, in the House of Representatives or the Senate or the Trump presidency campaign or the Supreme Court. Give me one member that's hurting financially. Okay? Jeffrey Long, you can't say that on my show. I'm about to mute you. Even though you may be right, I can't have that being said. Let me say it again. Okay? Let me say it again. Give me one congressman or congresswoman or Supreme Court or somebody in the Trump administration that is hurting financially right now. That means they can't eat, they can't go on vacations, they can't live a fabulous lifestyle. You can't give me one. Because the rich would keep getting richer and the poor would keep being poor. That's happening. That's biblical. You're right, King Mike. That's biblical, okay? That's biblical. You find King Jeffrey. I just don't want to get banned. That's all. You tell King Jeffrey, and you may be telling 100% truth. I just can't have it say. I just can't, King. I just can't. They're all millionaires, correct? They're all multi-millionaires, so they're not hurting. So remember this, and I said this before, which I think is very important. We are depending on millionaires. You're depending on millionaires. You're not a millionaire. You wouldn't be on here with me. You're not a multi-millionaire. We are depending on multi-millionaires to do the right thing for us. How many multi-millionaires understand your struggle? How many multi-millionaires understand what you're going through? How many multi-millionaires have the budget to go to Disney World or take a cruise or go on a trip or to pay their bills or to get a new car refinance or do the home improvements in their home? How many people how many millionaires got to wait to buy their kids those new Jordans? So you're banking on individuals who are multi-millionaires. Even Jasmine Crockett net worth may be $9 million. Okay? You're banking on them going to do the right thing for you who is not a millionaire, who doesn't bring home $500,000 a year, who don't bring home $1 million a year, who don't have the greatest health insurance all the time, who can't get on a plane right now and go to Europe for 3 weeks. Hello, Queen Rhoda. That's what you're banking on. That's why I say the political system is not in your favor. That's what you're banking on. And then they have people, black people on this site. I'm not going to say the names of them. All right. Who got millions of followers following Trump and Republicans. They're giving you a narrative. A lot of people listening. Then they got white people on this site. I'm not giving you their names. Who are for the Democrats, who are giving you a narrative. And you're following it. But you're getting nothing. They're more concerned about how to put more in their pockets, not to help the people in need. Correct, Queen Sharon. You're correct. So that's what we're dealing with right now. We have two sides. Racism on both sides, Republican Party and Democratic Party. I can tell you, I know for facts. Fact check me. We got racism on both of them, but the racism now is just not about color or gender equality. It's about your socio-economic status. Simply put, how much money do you have? Or are you worth our time? Speak, you don't know what I'm talking about. Yes, I do, because you see a homeless person with a sign up begging for money or asking for money. Most of us don't give any. I'll stop and give them $3 or $4 and say, God bless you, be careful out here. See, we bypass the poor. We bypass the poor all the time. Yep, you see them out with a sign. We'll work for food. How many times you stop and give them money? Every time I got money, I keep ones on me so I can give them that money. Those signs, we don't stop for them, okay? We don't stop for them at all, okay? Diane Curry, the topic is we're getting screwed over by Republicans and Democrats. We don't stop for them. See, because we think, oh, that's not us. We better than them, okay? What's Congress doing? Okay? What Congress does? King 007, God bless you. Good to see you, King. What does Congress do? They bypass us because we're poor to them. The way we're poor to the homeless man who's looking for some money, even to get something to drink, we're poor to them. They bypass us. Republicans and Democrats, white and black, male and female. They bypass us in Congress. They do us the same way we do other people. It's called the golden rule. Do unto others as you want them to do to you. We do the homeless people wrong. We do our seniors and elderly wrong. We do our disabled people wrong. We do that, regular people. So Congress does it to us. And that's the problem, the issues that we're having. That's why we cannot get where we need to. That's why we cannot do what we need to do. We're banking on a system that doesn't care about us. And again, Trump administration Republicans want the interest rate down for selfish reasons. Yes, it will help us, but it will make billionaires more money. Okay? Congress takes from the poor and gives to the rich. That's been happening since the beginning of time. Stop telling people the truth. I can't do it, King Mike. Elon Musk said you ain't going to need money in 5 years. He's delusional. He's worth almost $700 billion. See, again, let me know how many rich people you know that's in your situation. Dwayne Wade, former basketball superstar for Miami Heat, didn't know how much a gallon of milk was. Kim Kardashian didn't know the cost of a gallon of milk. Do you know the cost of a gallon of milk? At Walmart, I know it's like $2.67 for a gallon of great value milk. They don't know that. They think it's $15, $20. See, that's the difference between rich people, wealthy people, and us. They don't know the gallon of milk. They don't know the cost of it. They don't know the cost of a gallon of milk. They don't know how much bananas are a pound. Rich people don't understand that. This is what I said. They don't know the price of bananas by the pound. 50 cents, 56 cents, 58 cents at Walmart. See, they don't understand that. They don't know the cost of a big box of Cheerios. So I'm trying to get you to understand. They don't care about this stuff. Okay? They don't know how much at Ruth Chris a prime rib dinner is. Or a steak. They don't know. They go there, they don't know the prices of it. That's what I'm trying to say. They can't tell you how much a first class ride is from DC to California. Because they get it free. They have money. They don't worry about little stuff like this. They can't tell you how much childcare is for a week for an 8-year-old. So we are depending again on individuals who are not depending on us. They're rich. They're filthy rich. If you're worth $5 million, you're filthy rich to me. I don't have that. I'm not even close to that. So you're not going to understand my pain. You're not going to understand my struggle when I can't get Obama tax cut subsidies. You don't understand my pain and struggle when I'm waiting on a $7,000 income tax check for my kids. You can't understand my struggle. You can't. Love Jasmine Crockett. She can't understand my struggle. She's worth about $9 million. She's beautiful. She can't understand my struggle because if she loses the Senate in Texas, which she probably will, she'll get another job. She's a lawyer. She's worth millions of dollars. The Democrats, the elite will take care of her. You can't understand my struggle, AOC. Okay? Kamala Harris, Cory Booker, Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, James Clyburn on the Democrat side, you can't. Chuck Schumer, Republican side, Lindsey Graham, Jim Thune, Mike Johnson, Byron Donald, okay? Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, you can't understand my struggles because you don't have those struggles as an everyday person. Okay? You don't have that. You don't get paid every 2 weeks. Okay? Your 401k is not less than $500,000. And I'm being generous by saying that. They can't understand our struggles. So we are defined upon ourselves, especially black people. We fall for anything. We got black people on Facebook talking about Trump's the greatest thing. We fall for it. We got black people saying Democrats are the greatest thing. We fall for it. Neither one of them is great. It's just like you rooting for a football team. Either one of them win, you ain't gonna get no money. People were mad Philadelphia lost yesterday with sit-up. And they happy that the 49ers won. How much money did you get? How did that change your life? Oh, it made me feel good. It's your team. Do you know the backstory of the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers, how they became? Both of them were racist. Both of them were racist institutions. Private racist institutions. If you knew that, you wouldn't be happy about it. Hello, Queen Patricia. You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't be happy about it if you knew exactly what was going on with those teams. Oh, I love the Yankees. You know how Yankees were started? When they had Babe Ruth, Mickey Mantle. You want to know how much racism the Yankees started with? University of South Carolina used to be very racist. Couldn't go to these colleges. See, we don't care about the backstory. We care how it affects us and how it makes us feel. That's how they always get us. They make us feel a certain way, and we don't even understand history. We depend on individuals that get rich off our suffering, but some come them leaders, which they are not. Correct. Stephen A. Smith Jr. Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith made money off black people. Black people used to love him. He turned. Now he makes $40 million a year. He talked about AOC, Kamala Harris, Jasmine Crockett. Okay. He said that the shooting in Minnesota was justified. He talked about LeBron James and all black athletes. He don't say anything about white people. Stephen A. Smith don't. Fact check me. He don't say anything bad about white people. But black people, he condone. Whites get paid $40 million. You know the backstory of Stephen A. Smith? Nobody used to listen to him except black people. Black people made Stephen A. Smith who he is, and he turned on him. Fact check me. See, we have been conditioned the wrong way. We're conditioned loving Republicans, Democrats. Why? I don't love either one. They don't do nothing for you. King 007, you still a Democrat. Okay. Democrats ain't done nothing for you, King 007. Yeah, they put up a fight. They ain't done a thing for you, King 007. And I'm not calling your county is. They ain't done nothing for you. They ain't done nothing for you. Democrats, I'm going to say it again. The last 700 days, the last 800 days, give me 2 bills that Democrats or Republicans have done and passed that put money in your pocket right now. Give me 2. I want 2 bills. Anybody give me 2 bills, I'll give you $1,000 right now. 2 bills that they have passed in the last 800 days that have put money in your pocket right now. You can't name it. You can't name 2 bills. Hello, King Devil. King Devil said, you can't give me 2 bills. You can't give me 2 bills in the last 800 days that they have passed that put money in your pocket right now. You can't name it. There's not a bill you can name. I know every last one of them. So why am I justifying being a Republican or a Democrat when you ain't putting no money in my pocket? Really? If you like a boy or you like a man, your husband, he ain't putting no money in your pocket, he ain't paying no bills, how long they gonna last? You gonna give him 800 days? If your husband ain't doing nothing for 800 days, your wife ain't doing nothing for 800 days, how long they gonna last? They ain't gonna last long. But we justify what we want in politics. And let me say this, okay? Since slavery, we have been conditioned to turn on each other. We did that before slavery, Queen Michelle. We are the ones that started slavery, black people. Okay? We're the ones that started our own slavery. We've been doing that since before slavery. You're right, he made some money. Didn't turn black on black people anymore. Stephen A. Smith thinks his money has changed the color of his skin, correct? It's bad when you deceive yourselves. Okay? Okay? Fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice. Shame on me. Okay? That's what we have done. We've been conditioned to go at each other. We go harder for Republicans and Democrats than we do for our wives, our children. We get harder than that. We go harder than we do our wives and our children. Because we forget Republicans and Democrats. Yeah, well, we won't forgive our kids, our wives, our family members when they do wrong. But we'll forgive Republican Democrats, yeah. You don't believe me? Donald Trump done nothing hell wrong. They still love him. Trump, no. Trump is not no lame duck. Have you lost your mind? Sabrina, be quiet. You don't know what you're talking about. Trump ain't no lame duck. How the hell is he a lame duck? Have you seen what he done in 360 days? Have you seen what Donald Trump has done in 360 days? There's no way he's a lame duck. He done made over $4 billion in a year. You can't be a lame duck when you made over $400 billion. And when the Supreme Court scared of you, and when congressional leaders are scared of you, ain't no way you're a lame duck. You don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about, so I will not take you seriously. I won't. Okay? I don't listen to ignorant people. Again, I got 5 degrees. I don't listen to ignorant people talk. I don't. I don't care if it's my wife. If she says something ignorant, I say, baby, change the subject. I will not listen to an ignorant person talk because I cannot learn anything from an ignorant person. You're ignorant if you believe. Ignorant means you don't know. You ain't well thought out. You ain't thought about it. It's not going contentiously in your head. Okay? An ignorant person believes Republicans and Democrats do a good job for them. Okay? Just that simple. Okay? We were black before we were Republican Democrat, and we're going to be black after them. But we listen to the wrong thing. We listen to anything that makes us feel good. That's why marriages don't last. Because you want to feel good all the time. And if your mate ain't making you feel good, you go get it from somebody else. We want to feel good about America. We want to feel good when we put that gas in our car. We want to feel good about that job. Okay? A job ain't supposed to make you feel good. A job's supposed to get you paid. I love my job. You lucky. I've never loved a job. I like that paycheck. But we forget Democrat. We forget Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris, we ain't heard from her. We didn't hear from her for a whole year. And now she come out and want to be president of the United States of America again. See, we forgive. We're too forgiving. I don't forgive easily. You do me wrong, I remember forever. That's how I am. You can call me a cold heart or whatever. But we forgive Republicans and Democrats all the time. We done forgave them for Venezuela taking their oil, 30 to 50 million barrels a day is going to China. We done forgave them for the tariffs. We done forgave them for Minnesota. We forgive them for everything. Why we forgive politicians for so much they don't do nothing for us? Oh, because they do what we can't. In South Carolina, they love Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham ain't never done nothing for you in 30 years. They ain't done a thing for you in 30 years. They love him. Okay, they love Lindsey Graham. They love him. He ain't done nothing in South Carolina for over 30 years. Fact check me. He ain't done nothing. He don't want to get South Carolinians nothing. He don't want you to get Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, or pay taxes. He don't want you to do nothing. Lindsey Graham don't. Okay? I ain't even going to talk to the governor from Texas. You know the one I'm talking about, that Latino man who's supposed to be Canadian? Yeah. He ain't done nothing for Texas since he got there. That's what my grandma used to tell me in deep Georgia, that we need to just love them. They didn't even love everybody in the Bible. They didn't love everybody in the Bible. They didn't preach that. Go read the Bible. It said love thy neighbor. It didn't say love everybody. Go to fact check me. Go to the Bible. You won't see nowhere where it says love everybody in the Bible. It says turn the other cheek. Jesus said let them say 7 times 70. Never said love everybody. They didn't love everybody in the Bible. If they did, why in the Bible, if a robber robbed somebody, was caught stealing and got caught, the whole family was stoned to death? Mother, women, children, everybody was stoned to death. That's biblical. They didn't love everybody in the Bible. So you got to love everybody? That's a lie. That's the untold truth. Even the Bible don't say that. It says forgive them. Don't judge them. But it never said you had to love them. Never. Jesus forgave on the cross. I'm just keeping it real with you. So these feelings that you love everybody, I don't love everybody. I pray for you. I can pray for you, now I have to love you. I don't love Republicans or Democrats. I don't. I'm an independent. I care nothing about either one of them. I vote for Democrats right now because they'll do just more than enough than Republicans. That don't mean Democrats are great. That don't mean I like them. But if I'm going to vote, since we don't got a third-party system, since I can't get 30 million people to start a third-party system, I'm going to vote for Democrats because right now we're in an economic recession. That's why you vote for Democrats. You're in an economic recession. Why you vote for Democrats? So you can get the Epstein files. Why you vote for Democrats? So people can go to jail that's rich. That's what you vote for right there. We're in an economic recession. They're going to release the Epstein file and put a whole lot of people in jail to make a lot of money that did wrong. That's why you vote for Democrats. 3 reasons right there. That's it. I don't care who you are. White, red, black, orange, yellow. That's why you vote for them. See how easy it is. Okay? That's what the truth is. See, the Bible says the truth will set you free. It didn't say that the truth was easy to tell. It never said that the truth wasn't going to hurt your feelings or make people be sad. You want to tell the truth? Go tell your wife the truth tonight. Go tell your husband the truth tonight. They'll get pissed off. If they stay with you after the night, they'll respect you for telling the truth, though. But they're going to tell you the truth, too. See, that's what it is. Tell the truth. I tell the truth at work, gets me in trouble. I tell the truth at work. Told my boss today, everything going to be all right. Hold your mule. I told my boss, hold your mule. Because what's going to happen is going to happen. She thought I was crazy. Don't hold your mule because you worried about the wrong thing. If you worry about losing your job, that's you. You worry about the wrong thing, losing your job. I never worry about losing my job. I got 5 degrees. I'll be fine. I know how to roll on social media. I'll be fine. If you worry about losing your job, that's the wrong thing. Because what God got for you, can't nobody take. If it's time for you to go, time for you to go. But we would treat these congressional leaders like they go. We treat AOC like she go. AOC ain't done nothing for America. AOC ain't done nothing for America. We treat her like she go. Why? Because she's a Latina woman. And she looks good. Yep, the Bible says, be wise and have common sense. And the Bible also says, never give love to the hatred and follow individuals that do evil. The Bible say that too. We love AOC. She ain't done nothing for you. The damage may never be repaired. Queen Cuffy, it'll be repaired. It just take time. All right? We love Hakeem Jeffries. Hakeem Jeffries ain't done nothing for you. Hakeem Jeffries ain't done nothing for you. Chuck Schumer ain't done nothing for you, but we love him. We love him. Bernie Sanders, I love him. He's a socialist. He ain't done a damn thing for you. I said, I don't care about you getting mad. I'm going to say it again. Bernie Sanders, I love him. He's a great talker, great socialist. Ain't done a damn thing for you. Nothing. He ain't done nothing for you. I ain't done nothing for you. Oh, it's only one man. Now we go back to one man. Y'all didn't say that with Obama, though. You say that with Biden, though. See how I can turn the tide? They ain't done nothing for you. These politicians ain't done nothing for you. They ain't done a thing for you. Oh, they have. They took your money. They took your heart, your mind, your soul, your feelings, your aspirations. They made you feel terrible. That's what politicians have done. Politicians are the greatest con men of all time. We got what? We got 435 in the House of Representatives. We got 100 in the Senate. And then we got the president. And then we got 9 Supreme Court. They are the greatest con men of all time. Con men and con women of all time. That's the greatest con men and con women of all time. Yep, all of them are. They are better con agents than insurance companies are. Because they make you feel that you won. I think Obama was pretty good his 2 terms. Obama was great. We was in a depression. He gave us out of it. He did his job. But congressional leaders are better than insurance people. They're better con people. Because insurance, you feel bad about insurance. You love your congressional leaders. Biggest con men of all time. Now Trump is the greatest because he wanted all the money. But he's the greatest because Congress lets him be the greatest because they're making money. Understand, anything that Trump does, a lot of people in Congress make a whole lot of money. I know you don't want to hear a whole lot of money in Congress. And then what they do is, I'm talking about black people. They get these black people on social media. They puff them up, give them about 2 or 3 million followers, and make them say the craziest things about Democrats and black people. And you fall for it just because they're black. I'll give you names of 5 of them right now, but I won't give them the spotlight. They got millions of followers. Talk about black people all the time because they're paid to do it. I know 5 other Democrats that talk about Democrats and white people all the time because they're paid to do it. It just takes a little bit of money. Just a little bit. Remember, insurance companies are multi-billion-dollar agencies. The Republican Party is a $1 trillion agency. The Democratic Party is a $1 trillion agency. They'll give you a couple $1,000 for you to do something. That's how it works at work. They pay you $60,000, $70,000. How much you think they make it out of you if they pay you $60,000, $70,000? That's what they all doing. It's not in the talk. It's in the show. Back to Talk Up with Producing with Action. Correct, Queen Devil. LeBron James, they pay him $55 million this year. How much money they making off him? Because there ain't no company going to give you millions of dollars unless you make something. You make $150,000 at your job. How much they making off you? I was making less than $100,000. I was making them hundreds of millions. I was making them $10 million a year. I was making the company $10 million a year and getting less than $100,000. That's a great return for them. I was making less than 6 figures and making them over $10 million a year. See, if they give you something, they're making more money than you. Yeah. So if they're giving these people $10,000 to $15,000, $20,000 to spread the word, Democrats and Republicans, how much money they making? How much money they making? Donald Trump going to have all the young, low-income families living on the streets if cut Section 8 housing. Congress got to block that. Congress ain't blocking. Section 8 already cut. You late, King Joseph. Section 8 is already cut. See, he owns the federal agencies. He don't got to get Congress to cut the money. He cut it already. Section 8 and affordable housing has been cut. And then they downsize. See, what you do is you cut the funding, then you downsize the people. Okay? So let's say Section 8, they used to have 5,000 people. Now they got 2,500. So they can't do the work and you don't got the funding. So you already cut Section 8. You don't need Congress for that. And then in the budget, when you do a budget every year, you ain't asking for no more money. So if they getting for Section 8, 500 million, and you cut it down to 300 million next year, guess what? You only asking for 200 million or 250 million. You didn't cut it down. That's how you cut a program. USA, they got rid of USA. What they do? They fired everybody. USA, let's say they had $150 million a year. Nope, they fired everybody. Then they reduced USA down to 30 million. You've already cut it. That's how they do it, King Joseph. Remember, he's the boss of the federal agencies. So he has all right to do that. And Congress can't stop him. Congress say, oh, you can do it this year. Okay, when the budget comes out. The budget comes out. Food stamps. How much we need in food stamps? Food stamps, we need $80 billion. Guess how much you're going to ask for? $50 billion. You see what I'm saying? He's going to ask for $50 billion. That's how you cut it. The closer it gets to re-election, the leader will throw us that ball and we will think they are for us correct. Trying to give that $2,000 when they get closer to election time. Gas will be low. I tell everybody, all you got to do is wait the midterms and jobs will come back over. Well, that's how you do it. That's how you cut things. You don't got to go to Congress. You just ask for less money. You don't believe me? He asked for, I believe it was $1.5 trillion more in defense, or $1.5 billion. I forgot how much it was. He asked for more defense spending in the defense bill. Why? Because we may be going after Greenland and Iran and everything. So he's asking in his budget more for this defense spending, less for social programs. That's how you cut it. Fact check me. I think it was $1.5 trillion. I think he asked for $1.5 trillion more. That's what you do. Okay? That's what you do. He says, okay, I need more for defense. We just cut down social programs. That's how you cut it out. That's when the Supreme Court is going to block Donald Trump for cutting Section 8. When has the Supreme Court blocked Donald Trump for anything and it happened, King Joseph? When did that happen, King Joseph? When did that happen, King Joseph? King Joseph, let me tell you. The Supreme Court said you can dismantle the Department of Education. The Supreme Court said you can get rid of student loan forgiveness. The Supreme Court told Donald Trump, you can do these programs. You can have the federal government do A, B, C, D. That's what the Supreme Court did. So you think the Supreme Court, made up of 9 justices, 6 of them Republicans, who are staunchly conservative, who believe in cutting taxes, who don't believe in Section 8. You think they are going to stop Donald Trump from cutting Section 8, King Joseph? Come on, we got to think better than that, King. We got to think better than that, King. It's 6 of them. It's 6 against 3. 6 of them are all conservative. They do not believe in social welfare programs. Go check their bios. They don't believe in social welfare programs. So you think the Supreme Court is going to stop Donald Trump from cutting Section 8? He's already did it. Section 8 has been cut in half. It's already in the budget. Supreme Court cannot stop certain things. He is the ruler of federal governments. The Department of Health and Human Services falls on him. He asked for how much money, okay? They made Donald Trump pay up those food stamps. No, they didn't. They didn't make Donald Trump pay up any food stamps. What they did is they made him release the funds in the budget. He was going to give it to Dodge. They didn't make him do it. King Joseph, you need to do your history. You need to do your history, King Joseph. You need to do your history. Just that simple. The Department of Health and Human Services tell them we need $500 billion for food stamps. Or we need $50 billion for food stamps for 2026. Okay, he's going to ask for 50. We don't need the other 20. We don't need the other 30. So instead of them getting 8 or 9 or 7 or 6 or 5 or 5 billion each month for food stamps, now you got 2.5 billion. That's how you cut it. And nobody can do anything for it. Well, where's the rest of the money for food stamps? Wasn't in the budget. we couldn't do it. We had to give 1.5 trillion to defense. That's how they do it. Donald Trump didn't pay up anything. King Joseph, you need to learn your history, sir, before you come to me, because I've been doing this 30 years. All what happened was they said you got to release it. He didn't release it. They passed a bill to keep food stamps good for 3 years. And he got exactly what he wanted. The government shutdown ended. Come on now. Let's learn. Let's think. Just because you black don't mean I won't come. Let's think. It amazes me how a draft dodger can wear his warfighting expertise used to be the veteran would be in an uproar. Now, all the white veterans, at least of them, are showing their true colors. No, well, black people are too. A lot of black veterans are going for Donald Trump too. And he's cutting veteran programs. Listen, we got to be smarter to understand politics. I told you, most people don't understand bills. Donald Trump didn't give anything about food stamps. Congress passed the food stamp bill, and they ended the government shutdown, and they gave billionaires more billions. That's why it's good for the next 3 years. But at the lowest levels. And again, even if it's good in the bill, Lois, he don't have to ask for 80 billion. He can ask for 50 billion. It's just that simple. You at work. You need supplies. You need 5 boxes of pens. You got 5 employees. You want 5 boxes of pens. One of them make you mad. You ask for 4 boxes of pens. And you split up the pens. That's how they do their work. Oh, I need 10 boxes of paper to last me 3 months. Oh no, we're in a recession. You get 5 boxes of paper. Make it last. Same thing, doesn't it? Nothing changes. You might not like what I'm hearing, but you can't argue with it. You can't argue with facts. 2 things you can never do. Argue with facts or argue with a fool. You can never do that. I'll never be a fool. You can never argue with a fool, and you can't argue with facts. You can argue with yourself. You can't argue with facts. All I do is I come with facts. You may not like it. Learn to love it and respect it. Everything I give you, fact check me. Go to Google. Go to Google and see how much Donald Trump covers food stamps. Go to Google and see what that bill said the food stamps are going to be at for the next 3 years. Go to Google. Go to Google, not me. Go to Google. Because you don't got to believe this black person. But I'm only telling you why you are crazy for being Republican Democrats. $2,000 dividend checks are going to be just for veterans and people in the military, not for regular. King Joseph, goodbye. Get the hell off my show. I'm going to bring you up, but get the hell off my show. You no idea. You must be a young man. You don't understand anything. Okay? Get the hell off my show, sir. I ain't got time for you. If you come up, I'm going to give you a chance to understand yourself. But now I'm just going to mute you. Okay? Thank you for the news up there. Oh, yeah, you decline. Goodbye. You are banned. I don't got time for craziness. I don't do craziness, and I don't do craziness, especially from black people. Black people, if you crazy, I do not do. I have almost 105,000 followers. I have an oath to tell them the truth. That's why when my videos come out all day, every day, it tells a true story, and I normally tell it in 30 seconds or less, because I can only get your attention span for 20 seconds. I know that as a black 48-year-old. Cocky, conceited black man with 5 degrees who know more about politics than most people ever will. I know I got 20 seconds to grab your attention. That's it. After that, I lose it on a video. That's why my videos are that way. Everything I do is strategic, but it tells a story. You may not like the story, but you have to respect it. Sometimes you got to look in the mirror and say, man, I done made mistakes. I need to change my ways. That's hard to do. It can be done, but you have to do it the right way. Not up to me to do it. It's up to you to do it. Not up to me to do it. Up to you to do it. I got some bad news at work. I'm going to be doing more work. They're going to let somebody's leaving. I'm going to be doing more work. I got to strategize how I'm going to get it done and not work hard. Because I believe in that quiet quit. I believe in quiet quit. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a little bit. I ain't going to do too much. It is up to you. Okay? The federal government tells you it is up to you to get the information, do the right thing. You think we're going to have another shutdown this month? Correct. Queen Diana, I believe we have government shutdown on 31st, 2026. The only way we don't is a whole lot of people going to make a whole lot of money. Okay? Let me say it again. The only way we don't have a government shutdown is a whole lot of people going to make a whole lot of money before then. That's the only way we don't have a government shutdown. And they are so scared right now because it is tax time. Tax time. And people will not get their taxes for 6 to 8 months if we have a government shutdown. Fact check me. If a government shutdown starts January 31st, you will not get your income tax until August or September. Because they're going to go on February, March, and won't end in April. And they will be backed up. It's just that simple. I am telling you the truth. That's how scared they are. They scared of a revolt or rebellion by the people, but the people ain't revolting or rebelling yet. Now, if it gets closer, they don't start revolting or rebellion, we will be in a government shutdown, and it will last at least 60 days. That's the way it is. You think things ain't bad? Donald Trump told Diddy, I can't give you a pardon. Now they said, Diddy, you might get out summer, fall. Oh, but Diddy, you got these charges in LA, you got these charges in New York. See what happens. You can have all the money in the world. When they want you, they want you. I'll say it again. You have all the money in the world. When they want you, they want you. Oh, Kelly. P. Diddy. But they let Boosie off with a warning. Don't do it again, Boosie. You come this way again, Boosie, you're going to do hard time. See what I'm saying? So we need to understand facts. Look, all I'm doing up here is telling you a story. You may want to hear the story you made on NFL is rigged. You may want to hear the story NBA is rigged. You may want to hear the story Major League Baseball is rigged. You want to hear the story bettors lose money, the house makes $1 million. Okay? You don't want to hear the story Republicans and Democrats don't give a damn about you. You don't make enough money. See, I'm telling the story. Now, the story is truthful. We just don't want to hear the truth. You don't believe me? Listen to one of my videos. If you scroll on Facebook for 5 minutes, you're going to see one of my videos. Hello, Queen Virginia. You're going to see one of my videos. Look at my video. Take 20 or 30 seconds and listen to one of my videos. You may not like it. You may disagree, but it's still the truth. Okay? I hope I'm in one of those that make money. Queen Sandra. Look at my videos, because now my videos are going to a couple things. It's either entertainment, talking about sports, or politics. That's what my videos do now. I had to change. So I am telling you a narrative. Unfortunately, the narrative I tell most people, they don't like, because I'm telling the truth about Republicans and Democrats. Black MAGAs, Black Republicans, Black Democrats. I'm telling the same story. They're doing nothing for you. I'm going to say it again. In the last 2 years, give me 2 bills that are Republicans and or Democrats have passed that put money in your pocket right now. If you can answer that question, then we'll have a conversation. If you can't answer that question, we got bigger issues and problems than you ever know. You've been bamboozled. You've been hoodwinked. Malcolm X said it best. Malcolm X said it best. And he wasn't just talking about black people. He was talking about white people. He was talking about the whole political system. You've been hoodwinked. You've been bamboozled. Okay? Thank you, King James. They have done it to you. When you care more about politicians than you do with family members, that's a problem. You won't go to bat for your family members, but these politicians, you will. I know, because I look at my videos and they say the god-awful things about me. You got to be strong on social media, because I'm talked about every day. The worst thing you say to people, I don't care, but that's what I get, okay? It's that simple. It's that simple. That's how people, they get so mad at politics and what I say. I'm like the news media, 24 hours, 7 days a week. You can catch me on here on one of my videos saying something. But they say the god-awful thing, but they won't say that they won't protect their own family members. This is where we are, kings and queens. It's a sad situation, but it's 100% truthful. Very sad, but very true what's going on. It's very sad. And don't worry, I'm coming back on. I'll start coming back on my lives every day. If you miss my live, I put the whole live on a video, and I let it go out to the world. I do that every day. But that is the narrative, and that is the truth of what's going on. It is up for you to decide if you believe me or not. Go to Google, go to AI, and they will tell you the same thing. And let me say it again, kings and queens, before I get off here. If your favorite politician, whether it be Jasmine Crockett, AOC, Bernie Sanders, Jim Thune, Lindsey Graham, Donald Trump, if you can't tell me 2 things, 2 bills they didn't pass that help you in the last 2 years, put money in your pocket, you've been deceived. Okay, Vaughn, most people don't want to do research. You've been deceived if you can't think of 2 things to put money in your pocket. 2 bills to put money in your pocket. Okay? Let me say it again. If you can't think of it, that's a problem. I didn't say 2 bills to put money in your pocket right now. Because when you vote a politician in, you want a better way of life. Okay? Just that simple. Terry West, I don't even know where in the world you get this at. Terry West, you blind. Come up here and tell me, Terry West. So you don't want to tell me. You lying too. So if you want to believe the deception, keep doing what you're doing, and you'll make less money. If you want to open up your eyes and see what you need to do and vote your interest every time, you'll make more money. Okay? I used to just vote Democrat. I didn't make no money. When I opened up my eyes and voted for my interest, that's when I started making money. Serious money. But I leave it up to you, not me. That is my show, folks. I am Marquez Speak, the real voice of the streets, CEO of me, Big Boss Entertainment. And that is what I talk about. Now, before we leave, we got to pray because prayer changes things. If you ain't never went to church for the next 15, 20 seconds, you're going to go to church because church, real church, is where you praise God. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, God Almighty, thank you for another beautiful, blessed day, a day we've never seen before, a day we'll never see again. Father, thank you for blessing us with righteousness. Thank you for making us kings and queens, even if we don't understand why we are kings and queens. Father, thank you for looking over our backs, our shoulders, and our minds, even when we don't pay attention. Father, if I had 1 million tongues, I couldn't say thank you enough. So with the one tongue I have, I say thank you for all things, great or small. And for everyone who listens to this line, who come in this line, Father God, send your angels down on them. Not only them, but their family and friends, and give them nothing but blessings on top of blessings, favor on top of favor. And we'll be so ever grateful to always give you all the honor, all the glory, and all the praise. In Jesus' name, let us say amen. 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 Kings and queens, that's what you are. Going back to biblical, that is what I call you, kings and queens. May God bless you. May heaven smile upon you. May you have a blessed Monday afternoon. And if it is God's will, tomorrow afternoon I'll be back and we will do this again. Until then, kings and queens, be good. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening and go watch that rigged football game, Steelers and Texas. Oh, wait, it's rigged, but I'm still going to. I am still an NFL fan, but I will talk about the game afterwards. God bless you. I love you. Have a great evening, kings and queens.